Good afternoon, everybody. We are here to talk about spirituality and energy and what that might mean for me and what it means for you. To begin a series of lessons where we learn and discover and explore together, just to see what else is out there in the world, really. I was hoping to have some people here in person, but bear in mind, I do live in Spain, so we always have a bit of mañana. So it's 5:12 Spanish time, and no attendees yet. A couple did let me know that they couldn't make it today. So otherwise, I promised you guys that I would be streaming live, that I would crack on and start the work. So this is really sort of the beginning of Cloud Zebra's spiritual circle. I'll find a better background for next time too. We are a non-judgmental group. We aim to learn and explore together. I'm no better than anybody else. I've explored spirituality for about 15 years now, so I've got a few ideas on what works, what doesn't work, and all sorts of different types of reading energy, working with energy, healing, connecting to spirit, and just interested in other ideas that people might have and exploring the depths of what's possible. So really keen to explore and learn with you guys today. So we are quite open to people sharing their beliefs, but please be aware that not everybody is going to share those. Please don't ever push your beliefs on somebody else. We are an open and, as I say, non-judgmental group, and I want it to stay that way. So it's important that we respect each other. What I believe may not be quite the same as what you believe. So even though I'm the figurehead, if you like, of this group, I really have no issue whatsoever if you don't believe in the same thing as me. And perhaps that would be good because we can all learn together. I'm more than happy with changing my opinions and going from there as well. So let's just see what we can do together. So my background really is that I don't think I ever really grew out of the why stage. I've always been asking questions on the why this and why that. And ever since I was knee high to a grasshopper, I believed in fairies and things that weren't just human or the ones that you'd see in encyclopedias. I've always believed in witches' ability to heal and do spells, fairies and little people. And I believe that I've seen some as well. I believe that trees and water and rocks all have an energy to them. And that we'll link it back into again later when we come back to the energy. I grew up on a farm in Devon, and we had some beautiful outside spaces to play in. And there was a fairy house very close, so we'd go down and have a look. Never saw any fairies there, it's just a feeling in your bones. And that to me is what spirituality is about. It's about that feeling in your bones and going with the gut instinct and trusting that other sort of part of you that's been hidden for a long, long time. Hundreds of years ago, people knew about paganism, shamanism, all the other isms, and people were proud to represent the spirit world and other energy forces. So I'd like to bring that back and be proud of that again, and I am. So let's see if we can encourage more people to be proud as well and to lend their hand. Because if we all go down the spirituality route, I'm confident that we'll be able to change the way that the world is. We'll be able to look after our planet, look after our resources. So part of what I believe in is also in taking what you need and a bit less of what you want. And if you follow our page on Facebook called @CloudZebra, you'll see some of the ideas and suggestions we have there. I also believe very, very strongly in spirituality and giving you a connection to things outside yourself, but also your own inner truth. And that's a very, very powerful thing. So again, that really helps with stress and anxiety and helps you find true happiness. Happiness itself is not buying the latest thing or going on the great best holiday or being a millionaire. All of those things have different benefits and it may well float your boat. That's not me. I don't really get that motivated by money. Sure, I've got bills to pay and I like to have a few nice things, but if I can make other people happy, that makes me happy. And that is far, far more important. And that's perhaps a core of both why I'm interested in spirituality and on why I help to promote it. And I'm interested in that as well. The other real big connection for me to spirituality and the energy thing that I mentioned is that science always told me that energy changes, but it cannot be deleted or stopped. So if you think about things in the home, so electricity comes in, it was once perhaps coal, and it is burnt, so it's turned into heat energy, which is turned into, I think it's kinetic energy, isn't it, electric? Anyway, type of energy, comes down the wires, and it comes out of your light bulbs as light. And then that light is also being converted to heat, and that dissipates in the room, and everything is good. So that's how sort of the energy moves. So if I have energy in me, and I know that I do because I've seen an ECG of my heart, I personally haven't had a brain scan to see how my brain waves move, but I know that brains have electrical activity as well. And there are other electrical and other energetic movements throughout our body as well. So I know that we have energy in us. So by that very nature, in what science believes today, surely when I die, that energy's got to go somewhere. So there must be an answer. We can't just stop when we're dead. So there must be more to it. So again, I started looking at spirituality and so forth. Bear with me a moment, just need to have a look at the message. Right, no message back, so we'll carry on. But the people I was talking to have read the message, so that's cool. Maybe a little bit of a misunderstanding on timing. So we'll see how that goes in a moment. So on this spark thing, we talked about beliefs. So I'll share mine, and as I say, if this is not how you believe the world to be, and it just doesn't work for you, that's fine. So with this spark that sort of disappears when we die, I think that goes to what I would term the collective consciousness. So we know that children born into the world these days know far more than when I was a tiny tacker. So where did all that memory come from? It must come from somewhere. And we keep learning all the time throughout life as well. So perhaps that learning goes into the spark as well. So when we die, we may end up being sort of a puff of energy amongst the clouds. Now, I don't know if I stay being me, the energy that was me stays as me and comes back again. It might, because some of the things that I've looked at appear to suggest that. But it might be that it's not quite as straightforward and as practical as that. Maybe my little puff of energy goes up into the clouds. This is a metaphor, really. It's not the actual literal clouds you see above you. And becomes part of the overall collective consciousness, so that we're all looking at the world. I'm not sure about there being a specific God. There might be. I don't really know. So I'll leave you to discuss that one and see what you think. So for me, spirituality is a connection to something bigger than me and the here and now. So it's more than the now. It's that me or my puff of energy or bits of me, whichever way we're going with that, came from somewhere and have had a life before. And I will go on and have another life again. And if we read lots of science fiction books and things from people like Dolores Cannon, it could be that there are parallel universes and we are existing all of our eventualities all at the same time. And time may be a complete myth. But angels, beings, anything else up there, whatever the names you want to put on it, then that really connects to the heart. And I feel part of something much, much bigger. And for me, that's part of the core inner happiness. So I think that's really important and it makes me happy. I used to worry and feel very, very alone and isolated. Bear with me a tick, I'm going to go and collect some people. Hiya. Hiya. Hello. Hello. Hiya. Hello. Hello, nice to meet you. Yes. Yes. Water. Hello. I wouldn't have run you over. Hey, how are you? Did you get scratched? Helen? Did you get scratched? Oh, this morning? Yes. No, I've got a woolen t-shirt, but you didn't scratch me. No. Spitituality, I'm going to go to meet someone. And he's never been down to the gravel before. That's what I'm saying. Well, he hadn't been with me. So, so I just sort of poked it to the back. So I better call it to get back.
Just in case of the Was it? Yeah, like a oh, like it. Well, what's the way to shoot right today? So you get some more than that. And do it in sort or something. Yeah. Cover it, then you go. Oh, no, same thing. Oh, yeah. Possibly, yeah. Is it joy? Possibly. Would you like to help that? I just started doing a YouTube live stream. I'm talking about it and we'll begin again. No, we'll begin again and I will not live stream and we'll just do our stuff. Sorry, we didn't get your message and we didn't get home until. That's all right, don't worry. Stuff happens, doesn't it? We've got choir practice on a Wednesday afternoon and I brought it forward. I thought I'd have long enough.
Ah. It was nattering for too long.
Well, I'm back. You can see my guests arriving in the background. So we're in, it's Terry. So in our Spanish way of life, I think this is going to be simpler if I stop the live stream now. I'll come back and record the section about energy later, and I'll run through this with these guys. So have fun, enjoy stuff. Bye.
Good.